As a kid growing up with siblings in the early 2000s, before online gaming became what it is today, local multiplayer games were one of the staples of my childhood. The first two Super Monkey Ball games on the Nintendo Gamecube were favorites in my household due to the wide variety of levels, tense challenge, and of course the adorable monkeys. The original Super Monkey Ball launched alongside the GameCube, while its follow-up, Super Monkey Ball 2, launched just about a year later in August of 2002. I have so many fond memories of romping through stages with my siblings in multiplayer mode, trying to get further than we've ever been, chasing the excitement of discovering new and more difficult stages. Of course, we also had a lot of fun with the variety of party mini-games each Monkey Ball title also came along with, such as Monkey Race, Monkey Billiards, Monkey Fight, and the widely loved Monkey Target. It was for this reason that I was ecstatic when a reimagining of the first two titles plus Super Monkey Ball Deluxe was announced for the Nintendo Switch at this year's E3 Nintendo Direct. Banana Mania was bringing back exactly what me, my siblings, and most old school fans wanted from a modern Super Monkey Ball release. All of the classic stages remastered, and of course, the fan favorite party games available in a single collection. Classic Monkey Ball is finally back, and there's so much to be excited about. But now that it's finally here, does Banana Mania capture the same magic? And does it live up to the lofty expectations set by its predecessors? Let's talk about it. Super Monkey Ball introduced a very simple formula. There's a monkey in a ball, and we must tilt the stage to roll that monkey into the goal. It's basically just a roll the marble puzzle, except with a bunch of cute monkeys. In Banana Mania, all of the classic monkeys make their return, like Ai, Mimi, Gong Gong, and Baby. Plus, some more obscure simians from later games in the series join, and even some special guests from Sega's history appear, including Sonic and Tails, Beat from Jet Set Radio, Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series, and Sanrio's Hello Kitty is available as downloadable DLC. And despite characters not having all that much difference between them when it comes to gameplay, this is the most expansive roster the series has ever seen. These characters, along with new modes and cosmetic upgrades, are unlockable in the Point Shop, which offers them in exchange for what I must say are pretty reasonable prices of in-game currency, which is gained by collecting bananas and completing various achievements. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania includes stages from Super Monkey Ball 1, Super Monkey Ball 2, and levels exclusive to a previous Monkey Ball collection, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. The story mode from Super Monkey Ball 2 is here, and it features many of the levels you know and love from past games. In story mode, players take on several different worlds, or in other words, sets of around 10 levels that continually increase in difficulty. As levels are cleared in story mode, progress is tracked and saved, allowing players to continue their progress through several sessions. Other than this, there's really not much of a difference between the story and challenge modes, besides the fact that the story mode does include some cutscenes featuring the eccentric Dr. Bad Boon. But disappointingly, these are not the memorable cutscenes that we remember from Super Monkey Ball 2. Rather, these are simple little pop-up images framed as a TV show that the Monkey Gang happens to be watching. It's definitely a step down from what we got in Super Monkey Ball 2, and probably the most disappointing part of Banana Mania's otherwise stellar visuals and presentation. Classic Monkey Ball fans will also find themselves right at home in Banana Mania's challenge modes. Players can take on level packs of varying difficulty, and those familiar with the original Super Monkey Ball titles will be sure to recognize more than a few of these classic stages. Just make sure to strap in before trying these, because in Banana Mania, suspending the game in challenge mode is not possible, essentially making it so you have to get through each pack of levels in one sitting, which can be quite the undertaking, especially when some challenges can be 60 stages long. These stages get hard too. You'll probably find yourself stuck on later stages for hours at a time, trying again and again to reach that elusive goalpost. In this case, you might be happy to know that restarting after a fallout is now nearly instant in Banana Mania, making repeated deaths not all that punishing. Lives are unlimited as well, making things less of a challenge overall, but this might help players reach new heights in their gameplay. Speaking of help, several accessibility features have been added this time around, such as the ability to increase a stage's time limit, slow motion mode, and an arrow directing you on the best path to the goal, albeit these are all optional, available for those who want to use them. Playing through challenge modes and reliving levels I had long forgotten about was a huge nostalgia trip. It felt like areas of my brain that had been dormant for years were now activating, and I started to remember all of the tips and secrets I'd figured out in the past. It was a true joy when I would successfully try obscure tricks that I learned as a kid like they were second nature. The fact that I could do this was a testament to how good of a job the developers did at preserving the spirit of the original games. Despite all this, some small but important tweaks and some surprising omissions make it clear that the versions of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 presented in Banana Mania are not the same games we played back on Gamecube. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Everything about the presentation of Banana Mania is thoughtfully done and is absolutely a worthy celebration of the series. To a Super Monkey Ball newcomer, Banana Mania is the perfect intro package. New players won't notice things like slight differences to the physics engine, but players familiar with the original games might need some time to get used to things. Overall, most of the muscle memory you might have developed from years with the originals will still mostly work in the new engine. Camera controls are now also more free and better than ever before. Some stages that had tricky camera stuff in the original games are now far more approachable due to the new camera system. One of the main differences that sticks out to me in Banana Mania is just the feel and sound of speed. The sounds in the original Monkey Ball titles really let you know when you are going fast. The sound of picking up speed, the sparks flying off the ball, and the eking and eyeing of monkeys as they collide into walls or make hard falls at high speeds are all missing or far less pronounced in Banana Mania. Things are now more smooth and slick, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the over-the-top pace from the original titles is definitely toned down a few notches. Banana Mania's biggest difference from the original games is the shocking lack of multiplayer for the challenge mode. Perhaps the devs saw the online leaderboards as a suitable replacement for online or even couch multiplayer in Banana Mania's challenge mode, but taking turns and going head-to-head with 1 to 3 other players, facing the level gauntlets and seeing who could get the furthest was an absolute blast in Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, and I'm really disappointed that it's not here. For me and my siblings back in the old days, playing these levels in multiplayer essentially was Super Monkey Ball for us, and I'm shocked that the option for 4-player local multiplayer is left out here. Where local multiplayer is present though is in the classic party minigames, another staple mode coming over from the original titles. These 12 sports-themed competitive mini challenges all feature the same monkeys and balls, and they are all, for the most part, as fun as they used to be. Favorites like Monkey Race and Monkey Target are all here. These minigames are perfectly playable in Banana Mania, but experienced players might realize some slight differences, notably in the feel of Monkey Target. Maybe it's the smoother and less frantic feeling to this game I was talking about earlier, but something about the new Monkey Target just feels slightly off. Either way, these minigames are still standouts when played with friends. They lose a lot of their appeal when playing them in one-player mode, but with a group of friends, it's a near guarantee that you'll have hours of fun with them. And speaking of fun, there are a couple new unlockable extras in Banana Mania, such as an optional jump feature harking back to the Wii's controversial title, Banana Blitz, and special modes like Golden Banana, which challenges players to collect every banana on the stage, and Dark Banana, which makes every banana on stage an insta-death landmine. All of these modes add more depth and replay value to the game, which is fantastic in my book, especially in a collection like this. One of the biggest strengths of Super Monkey Ball as a series is its replay value, and Banana Mania takes the early classic titles and adds even more to them, upping the replay value of this collection to an almost absurd degree. I know I'm going to spend countless more hours on this game than I probably should be, and at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? I understand how super fans of the series might react negatively to the slight differences found in Banana Mania compared to the original titles, but for most of us, this is a fantastic collection. It will surely be a huge nostalgia trip for those familiar with the series from old, and probably the best starting point the series has ever had for new players. It's great to have these classic levels in HD, and in the case of the Nintendo Switch, available on the go in handheld mode. I should also add that Banana Mania is a great game to digitally download, so you can always have it on your Switch where you can casually plug away at some levels while commuting or staying away from home. So the question remains, is Banana Banana Mania a return to form for the series? I would say yes. There is a lot to appreciate here, and it's clear that this collection is a loving tribute to the original titles. And as the game's reveal trailer mentioned, it's introducing classic levels to a new generation. And if this new generation does gravitate to Banana Mania, then we might be able to cross our prehensile tails for one day a proper Monkey Ball 2 sequel in this engine.